Okay. So it's a very negative emotion. And do you
I
know
don't know what
when? Do you know when you will get the results?
no,
No,
I think
nothing.
in the
Weeks, maybe.
next 2 weeks, I think.
In the next 2 weeks. Well, let's wait for the results first. Perhaps you got the emotion that it didn't go very well, but
Oh,
miracles can happen.
Maybe. I
let's be
hope.
let's be hopeful. Okay, welcome guys. Benjamin, Felipe, how are you? How are you feeling today? Good. Did you have a test as well yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Many, lots of you. You're right. Okay. Well, guys.
Miss, happy Teacher's Day.
Oh, thank you very much for coming. Yes, I forgot about it. I just read the email that some people sent us, and yes, yeah. I mean, it's weird, but this year has been very, very tough. I have to be honest. I think it has been tough for everybody, but I think in terms of teaching, it has been a great challenge. But we overcame it, I hope. Okay, guys, so we're going to start the class with the plan for today. What are we going to do today? Today, we're going to do the following. We're going to round up Unit 12C that we started last Friday, because on Monday, of course, we didn't have any classes because it was a holiday, and we are not going to have classes next week because we have a week off. Yeah, but I don't want you to forget that once we are back, we have like 4 classes before our first quiz. The first quiz, the first written quiz, which is compulsory, yeah, it is obligatory, is the first week in November. I don't know if you checked Ucursos. I'm going to show you. Wait, where is my, yeah, can you see Ucursos? My Ucursos at least?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, in Novedades, because I like making your lives easier, yeah, you have, first of all, remember the percentages of the evaluations, yeah, so, and here you have the contents of written quiz 1, week 8, that is the first week in November. The contents, we finish them today. Okay, so then after the holidays, we're going to continue with the program, yeah? And of course, we are going to talk about the quiz before the quiz, and I'm going to upload a sample so that you can practice before you take the test, okay? Unit 7A, Unit 7B, remember the use of verb patterns, use of to infinitive ing, the use of modal verbs of obligation, you must, you don't have to, you might, you may, etc. Then we have Unit AB, which is first conditional, Unit 9A, second conditional, and Unit 12C, which is the use of questions with and without auxiliaries. Yeah, so those are the contents. So remember, yeah, that is, everything is available in Ucursos. So we're going to finish Unit 12C. We're going to start the class with a short video about subject questions or questions without auxiliaries, because I know that you are under a lot of pressure, that you've been having tests in other subjects, and that perhaps you forgot last class. Okay, so this is going to be like a refreshment, yeah, from the session we had on Friday. Yeah, so pay attention. Yeah, pay attention to the video, because then I have to tell you one more thing. Give me 1 sec. Can you see the YouTube page? Yep.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Thank you.
6-Minute Grammar from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello and welcome to 6-Minute Grammar with me, Rob.
And me, Puffin. Hello.
In this program, we're talking about subject questions. We'll show you what they are and how to make them.
And we'll have a quiz to test what you've learned.
And we'll finish with a top pronunciation tip.
So, let's get started. In everyday English, the words who, what, which, and whose are very common in questions. And here's Neil. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Catherine.
With an example.
Who did David meet? Thanks, Neil. Now the answer could be David met Victoria.
Subject, David. Verb, met. Object, Victoria. So Victoria is the object of the verb met.
So in the question, who did David meet? The word who is asking about the object.
But we could also,
You see, so they are talking about the differences between object and subject questions or questions with and without auxiliaries. Remember? So everything dependent, yeah, on whether, what is the meaning of the question? Is the question the subject of the question, or the question word is talking about the object, yeah, in the answer? For example, who did she meet? And you say, she met David. David is an object. It's not the subject. But if I say, who made the song? Who is the subject of the question? Because the answer is Richard made the song. And Richard is the subject, you see, in the sentence. Do you remember? Yeah? Last week? Yeah? Okay.
question words to ask about the subject like this.
Who lives in the White House?
Okay, so we have a question word who plus a verb live. And it's a subject question because it asks who is doing the verb. Who lives in the White House?
Now, we don't use do, does, or did in subject questions. We don't say who does live, it's just who lives. So, Catherine, who lives in the White House?
Tough one, Rob. I think it's the US president.
You see, when you say who lives in the White House, who, yeah, who lives, when you answer the question, you say Donald Trump, unfortunately, lives in the White House. Donald Trump is the subject in the sentence and is the subject in the question. Who lives in the White House? Donald Trump. Subject, subject. But if I say, who does Donald Trump live with? And I say his family. See, he lives with his family. His family is the object. So in the question, I need an auxiliary. Who does he live with? You see, because who is not the same as the subject. I'm asking about the object, not the subject. Yeah?
Yes, correct.
Let's have another one, please.
What makes you happy?
For example, Martin Leila, give me one thing that makes you happy. Answer the question. What makes you happy?
I think that playing football makes me happy.
Great, playing football. You see, when Martin said playing football makes me happy, and very well answered because he is using the gerund correctly. Playing football makes me happy. Playing football is the same as what? That is why in the question I say, what makes you happy? Playing football makes me happy. You see, subject, yeah, the question is the same as the subject. You got it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you,
Yes.
Martin.
Being happy.
I'm sorry.
Before, I think that we listen very slow the sound of the video.
Very low.
Can you?
Yeah, of course. I can turn it up. Wait.
Knitting.
Better?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think that is in the maximum.
Actually, it makes me happy. So this question word is what. What is the subject? And the verb is makes. Rob, what makes you happy?
It's got to be riding my bike, I think.
Yes,
So that's who to ask about people and what for things.
exactly. Now, can we have another one, please, Neil?
Which key opens this door?
Right, so if anybody asks you, which key opens this door? I say, this key. This key, the red one, the red key opens the door. The red key is the same as which key. So in the question, you don't need an auxiliary because which key is the subject of the question. And that is why the verb is already conjugated, you see? Which key opens or which key opened the door.
So the question word which usually comes with a noun. For example, which key? Rob, which key opens this door?
The smallest key opens this door. We use which when the choice of possible answers is limited, like which key, or which day, or which colour.
And what if the choice of possible answers isn't limited?
Well, then we use what without a noun.
Remember that we talked about this last Friday, the differences between what and which, when we are using question words. You say, what's your favorite music? Pop. Which is your favorite band? Because the number is limited, you see. Not all bands are pop bands. We have rock bands, heavy metal bands, rap bands, etc. You see, so when the option is limited, you use which. When the option is open, you use what.
What happened last night? What caused the accident?
You're listening
to BBC Learning English.
And we're looking at subject questions. Neil, can we have one more subject question word, please?
Whose story won first prize?
The word,
For example, when I say whose, remember whose? The question whose? It's talking about possession, remember? Whose cell phone is this? Amber's, you see, the teacher's cell phone. Okay, so if I say, whose story won first prize? A possible answer can be Matthias's, Benjamin's, Fabian's story won first prize. And when I say Fabian's, it's apostrophe S because it's his story. We're talking about possession, you see? So Fabian's story is the same as whose story. So in the question, I don't need an auxiliary. It's not whose story did win. Incorrect. It's whose story won first prize or whose story wins first prize.
The word whose shows that something belongs to someone, and it usually comes with a noun. So whose story is the subject, the verb is won. Whose story won first prize?
And now, a pronunciation warning. In spoken English, the words who is and the words who has are often shortened to
Whose.
That's right, it sounds exactly the same as the question word whose. Whose.
Yeah, so whose, like W-H-O apostrophe S and W-H-O-S-E, same pronunciation, they're homophones, same sound. Whose, who is your sister, whose your sister, and whose cell phone is this? Same pronunciation, different spelling.
Confusing, isn't it?
Can be.
So here's a little tip for you. If you remember that the question word whose usually comes with a noun, you should be able to tell the difference. Here's Neil with two questions, but only one of them has a noun after the word whose. See if you can tell which one.
Who's using my mobile phone? Whose mobile phone has a signal?
Did you get that? The second question had whose plus a noun, so that means it's a subject question. Whose mobile phone has a signal?
Top tip, Rob. So now we have 4 words we can use for subject questions. Who, which, what, and whose.
Do you know what? I think that means it's quiz time.
And you're right, it is.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording before they give us the answer. Okay, so pay attention.
Rob, but actually today we're going to do a backwards quiz. Right, so I'll say the answer and you at home have to work out what the subject question is. So here's the first answer. Keiko speaks Japanese.
What's the question for that answer? If I say Keiko, she, like Keiko, speaks Japanese. What's the question?
Maybe who speaks Japanese?
Excellent, very good. Who speaks Japanese? Keiko does. You see, Keiko speaks Japanese. Right.
So the subject is Keiko, that's a person. It's who for people. So the question is, who speaks Japanese?
Exactly. Here's another answer. Kate's dog won the competition.
Okay. Kate's dog won the competition. What's the question? Come on, guys, you can do it. Kate's dog won the competition. What's the question?
Maybe, yeah, whose dog won the competition?
Which?
Which whose, Jose Miguel? Can you spell the whose? Is W-H-O apostrophe S or W?
No, H, o sea, W-H-O-S-E.
Very good. Whose? Yeah, great.
So it's whose, because the dog belongs to Kate. With whose, we need the noun dog. So whose dog won the competition?
Right, very good. And Kate's dog is a clever dog, there's no doubt about it. Right, last one. The shop on the corner sells gloves.
Okay, the shop on the corner sells gloves. What's the question? It's not all shops. It's like the shop on the corner sells gloves. What's
Which shop sells gloves?
Very good, yes.
So it's which with shop, because we're asking about a thing, and we can suppose there's a limited choice of shops in the area. So which shop sells gloves?
So that's subject questions.
Very good, guys. So you remember a little bit, yeah, from last week? Yes or no? Hello? Okay, right. So here you have the form, yeah, more visual than auditory, right? If you like images, here you have an explanation of subject and object questions. In present simple, yeah, with object questions, we usually use auxiliaries, do or does. For example, you live. Do you live? The famous starts. Does the famous start? You see, we say, where do you live? Or do you live near here? The subject, yeah, is not the question word. The subject is you. The subject is the film. So we need an auxiliary. You see? Past simple happens the same thing. For example, you sold a computer. What did you sell? Ah, a computer. Computer is not the what. You see? I mean, it's the subject is you, not the computer. The train stopped. For example, why did the train stop? Why is not the subject of the question. The subject of the question is the train. You see, when we have another subject, we need an auxiliary. Here we have you. Here we have the film. Here we have you. Here we have the train. So we need help. We need auxiliaries. Yeah? But we don't need do, does, did, if who, what, which, or whose is the subject of the sentence. For example, Emma found somebody. So somebody in the sentence is the object, not the subject. So the question is, I'm sorry, who did she phone? You see? Who did she phone? Who is the subject? Emma. Okay, I have a subject here. The subject is not who. The subject is Emma. So I need an auxiliary. Compare it to somebody phoned Emma. Somebody is the subject. So what's the question? Who phoned Emma? Emma is not the subject. Emma is the object. The subject is who. I'm going to say, for example, Isidora phoned Emma. See, she phoned Emma. Who is the same as Isidora. It's the same as she. So we don't need an auxiliary. Yeah, is it clear? Yeah, so. Okay, we need more practice. So let's practice. We're going to do the other way around. We're going to start with the answer and you give me the question. Okay, so for example, if I tell you, somebody hit me, the question is, who hit you? Because who is the same as somebody. So we don't need an auxiliary. Yeah? What about if I say, I hit somebody? Who is the subject? The subject is I. So in this case, I need an auxiliary. It's who did you hit? Because the subject is me, not who. Yes? We're going to start together, don't worry. Number 3, somebody paid the bill. Somebody paid the bill. What's the question?
Who paid?
Very good, Matthias.
Okay.
Who paid the bill? Somebody is the same as who. So we don't need an auxiliary because who is the subject of the question? Who paid the bill? Yeah. But what if I say something happened? Sorry, no, there is no, yeah, Mark paid the bill. It's the same thing. What about number 4? Something happened.
Miss,
Yes.
what is the meaning of bill?
Bill is the, I was going to say the paper. Well, it's the document, virtual or on paper, that it says the things that you ate, for example. I know, one soup, one dessert, everything is 10,000. So they say, Fabian, you have to pay me 10,000 because you ate this, this, and this. That is the bill or the check. In American English, they also call it the check. Can you bring me the check? Can you bring me the bill? And then you pay.
Okay, thanks.
Yes? Okay, so who paid the bill? Very good, Matthias. Something happened. What's the answer? Something happened. What's the question? Not the answer. What's the question? Something happened. Come on, guys.
What happened?
Very good. What happened? I said, somebody broke his leg. Somebody broke his leg is the same as what. So I don't need an auxiliary. Very good. Number 5. Diane said something. Subject or object question? I am asking about the subject, or am I asking about the object?
What did she say?
Okay, so what did she?
Does she?
What does or what did?
What did?
Because it's said, right? So what did she? Alexander? Yeah, what did she say or what did she said?
Say.
Okay, yeah. What did she say? What did she say? Very good. Diane said something. What did she say? Yeah, okay. Or who said something? Diane. Okay, what about number 6? Says this book belongs to somebody. Somebody is the object, so I need an auxiliary. Who does this book belong to? You see, this is an object question, not a subject question. What about number 7? Somebody lives in that house. Am I asking about the subject or the object? Somebody lives in that house. Am I asking the subject? Very good. So I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
I don't need.
I don't need. Okay, Matthias. Very good. So what's the question?
Who lives in that house?
Who lives? Yeah, who lives in that house? Very good. Number
I tried
8.
to say that S.
Okay, don't worry. Who lives in that house? Number 8. I fell over something. I fell over something. I need to ask about the subject or the object. I fell over something. I don't
The
know.
object.
Very good. So I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
I need.
I need. So what's the question? Anybody? Fell is the past of fall. Yeah. So it's what?
What did you fall over?
What did you fall over? Yeah. What did you fall? Not fell. Yeah, that is a mistake there. What did you fall over? Yeah. What did you fall over? Very good. Let me correct it right now. Why do I have a mistake in my PPT? Wait. And fall. Wait, fall over. Yeah, now we're talking. Very good. So what did you fall over? Yeah. Very good. Number 9 says something fell off the shelf. What's the question? Something. Am I asking about the subject or the object? Hello? Am I asking about the subject or the object?
Subject.
The subject. So what's the question?
What fell off the shelf?
What fell off the shelf? Very good. Number 10. This word means something. Am I asking about the subject or the object? Am I asking about the word or what it means?
Object.
The object. So I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
I need.
I need. What's the question?
What does mean that word?
What does what is the structure of the question? What does? Who is
I
your
don't know.
subject? But who is your subject? Come on, guys.
What?
Help Matthias. The subject is this word. That is the subject. So what
Does this word mean?
this word mean? Yeah, that's the question. What does this word mean? Number 11. I borrowed the money from somebody. Am I asking about the subject or the object? I borrowed the money from somebody.
Subject.
Are you sure? Because I borrowed the money, but it says from somebody. So am I asking about the subject? Am I asking about me? Or somebody else?
Somebody else.
Okay, so it's an object question. I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
We need.
I need.
Very good. So what's the question?
Who did you borrow the money from?
Very good. Who did you borrow the money from? Excellent, Fabian. And finally, number 12. I am worried about something. Am I asking about the subject or the object? I am worried about something. Am I asking about me or the something?
Yet.
Very good. So I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
I need.
Oh, very good. So what's the question? What? Yes, what? 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 Come on, guys, you can do it. This is present simple. It should be easy. I am worried about something. You say, oh, I'm worried about something. Ask me. What? About?
What are you worried about?
What are you worried or worried?
Worry.
Worried, because worried is
With the
an adjective. Yes. What are you worried about? Yeah, because worried, yeah, is an adjective, not a verb. Yeah. What are you worried about? Very good.
Miss?
Yes, tell me, Martin.
How can we say the number 6 but using whose?
Yeah, number 6, this book belongs to somebody whose this book belongs to.
I think.
Yeah. Or who does this book belong to? Any of it. Whose this book, belongs to. Yeah, very good. All right, we need to practice a little bit more. So, did you do the homework? No, you didn't. Or you did? I don't know if you did it. Wait, per patterns, where is it? Here it is. Did you check the PDF or not? No, we didn't. Okay, what time is it? Yeah, remember that I uploaded this PDF in Material Docente, yeah, and you had a little homework, which was to do exercise C1, C2, yeah. But we're not going to do that because I want to focus on questions with and without auxiliaries, yeah. So we're going to choose, yeah, there are 11 exercises. We are only going to do 5 or 6, depending on the time, yeah. What do you want? Well, my proposal is the following. We can do 2 or 3 together, yeah, 2 or 3 sentences together, and then you continue. Yeah, you continue. You choose the sentence you want to make, you decide if it's an object or a subject question, and then we check together, okay? That's one alternative. The other alternative is that we do everything together. What do you want? Together and alone, or together, meaning all together? Come on, guys, tell me, because time is running out.
All together?
All together at the beginning, or all together forever?
Forever?
Forever.
Oh my God, why? Okay.
Forever and forever.
Forever and ever. Okay, right, good. I'm going to start with number 2. I choose number 2. Yeah, so remember, we need to look at the answer. Yeah, we need to look at the answer and we need to think, okay, is this a subject or an object question? Okay, and then you complete the question, okay? So it says, which group Beyonce singing? Yeah? And the possible answers are Destiny's Child, the Spice Girls, and Vogue. Okay, those are the alternatives. So, in your opinion, am I asking about the subject or am I asking about the subject? The subject or the object? If I
Object.
very good. Okay, yeah, very good. So, Matthias, I need or I don't need an auxiliary?
I need.
Very good. So, what's the question? The question is, which group in the past? I think it's in the past because now Beyonce is a solo artist. Yeah, I think that she doesn't sing with a group. Yeah, so which group? Past. Come on, class. You told me that you wanted to work together. So which group? Does or did?
Did.
Oh, very good. So did who?
What?
Who is the subject?
Beyonce.
Very good. Okay, so which Beyonce?
Which group?
Beyonce, she, right? And the verb, what is the verb?
Sing.
Sing.
Como ahí, rusty, yeah, the brain. Very rusty. Yeah, that's the question. Which group did Beyonce sing in? So, it's an object question. I need an auxiliary. My subject is not which group. My subject is Beyonce. So, I need help. You get it? And what's the answer? Do you know the answer? Destiny's Child, the Spice Girls, or Vogue? No idea? Destiny's Child is letter A. Okay, Benjamin. Choose a number from 3 to 11. Any number. From 3 to 11.
5.
Number 5. Okay, everybody. Remember, you need to decide, is this a subject or an object question? Am I asking about the subject or the object? Okay, so number 5 says, when MTV begin? Okay, so.
Subject.
Are you sure?
Object.
Object. Because
Object.
Why?
Because the subject is MTV.
And the object is time. I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lol.
You see, the answer is not in 1979 begin MTV. No, that's not the answer. You see, so it says when. What's the answer? When
MTV began.
Past. Question.
Did MTV begin?
Thank you very much. When did MTV begin? And the answer is, do you know the answer? Guess, it doesn't matter. 1979, 81, or 83? 81. Okay. Martin, choose a number.
10.
10 or 7? What did you say?
10.
10. Okay. So 10. It says, which song Elton John rewrite for the funeral of Princess Diana in 1997? Is this a subject or an object question?
Object.
Very good, because your subject is Elton John, right? So that means that you need or you don't need an auxiliary?
We need an auxiliary.
Very good. So what's the question, Martin? Which
song did Elton John rewrite for the funeral of Princess Diana in 1997?
Excellent. Very good. It's an object question. And the song was Candle in the Wind. Yeah, that's the answer. Letter B. Very good. Domingo, choose a number.
11.
11. Okay, right. 11. Number 11. Everyone think about it. Is this a subject or an object question? It says, who sent a message in a bottle in 1979? What do you think? Subject or object?
Subject?
Yes, because a message in a bottle is not the subject. I think that the subject is who, right? Okay, so what's the question?
Who
Who,
sent
who,
who sent a message?
Domingo, sent is irregular. What is the past of sent?
I don't know.
You should know, Domingo. What is the past of sent? Anyone, come on, help Domingo. We are working together.
Sent.
Sent.
With a T. Yeah, so who sent? Continue.
Who sent a message in a ball in
In
1979?
Very good. Remember that dates, years, you divide them in two. You say 1979.
Yeah, I forgot every time.
2020. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
It's a subject question because who is the same as the police. The police is a band, is a music group, yeah, that have a song that says message in a bottle, right? So you say, who sent a message in a bottle in 1979? It's the past. That is why we are using the verb in the past. So you say, the police. The police sent a message. Very good.
Yeah.
Isidora.
Thank you.
Welcome. Isidora, choose a number.
4.
Number 4. Okay, says, what kind of music the Sex Pistols invent? So do you think this is a subject or an object question?
Object?
Yes, I agree with you because the subject is the Sex Pistols, right? The Sex Pistol is the subject, not what kind. Yeah, all right. So what's the question, Isidora? What kind of music? Or anyone. You can help Isidora if you want. Come on, guys. Fabian.
What kind of music did the Sex Pistols invent?
Very good. What kind of music did the Sex Pistols invent? And do you know the answer?
Punk.
Punk, of course. Yeah, very good. Okay. Matthias, choose a number.
Me?
No, Matthias, I'm sorry. Matthias, I forgot. Rivas, yes.
Okay. 8.
Number 8, okay. Says, who say I don't know anything about music in my line? You don't have to. Question is a subject or an object question, Matthias?
Subject.
I agree with you, yeah. So what's the question? Matthias or anyone?
Who said?
Who said? Yeah, Benjamin, I agree with you. Who said or who says? Any of the two, past or present. Who says, I don't know anything about music, in my line you don't have to. Or who said, I don't know anything about music, in my line you don't have to. Very good. It's a subject question. I don't need an auxiliary because who is the same as Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley is the answer. Elvis Presley said, I don't know anything about music. Question, who said, I don't know anything about music. Very good. Benjamin, choose a number, please.
6.
Number 6 says, who be a material girl? What do you think? Subject or object question?
Who be a
subject?
Very good, because a material girl is not the subject. So it means that the subject is who. Yeah, so what's the question? Anyone?
Is? Who is?
Yeah, who is, Martin? Who is a
What?
material girl or who was? Any of the two is correct. Who was a material girl? Yeah. And the answer is, do you know? There is a famous song that is called Material Girl. Very old, but very famous. You don't know?
Madonna.
Madonna, yeah. Madonna was a material girl, or Madonna is, according to some people, a material girl. Very good. Who hasn't spoken today? Isidora, Fabián, Matías, Domingo, Benjamín Reyes. Alexander, have you? Have you spoken today?
Yes.
Okay, well, choose a number then.
Yeah, let me think. 9.
Number 9, okay, says how reggae singer Bob Marley died. What do you think, Alexander? Is this a subject or an object question?
I'm not sure.
Object.
But think about it. Do you have any other subject, possible subject in the question? Die, when I think about die, is related to how or is related to Bob Marley?
Subject, no, object.
It's an object question because my subject is Bob Marley. Bob Marley is my subject, not how. Bob Marley. So what's the question? Very easy. It's not a subject.
How did
How did?
Bob Marley die?
Excellent. How did the singer Bob Marley die? And the answer is, do you know how he died or why he died?
He had cancer.
Yeah, he had cancer. I always thought, shame on me, I always thought that Bob Marley had died of an overdose. I don't know why. It's like reggae music, it's like drugs, but no, my mistake. He died of cancer. Yeah, he had lung cancer or, well, no, I don't really remember, but it was one type of cancer. All right, very good. And I think that we finished. I know, number 3. We haven't done number 3. Andres, you haven't spoken today. Andres, what do you think? Who sing Living La Vida Loca? Subject or object question?
Subject.
Yes, I agree with you. I think that is a subject question. So what's the question?
Who sang Living La Vida Loca?
Yeah, who sang or who sings? Yeah, any of the two.
Okay.
Who sang or who sings Living La Vida Loca? And do you know the answer?
Cheyenne?
No.
No.
It's Ricky Martin. Yeah, this song, I think it was very famous because they used it for a World Cup, I think. But it's very old as well. All right.
You're right.
Yeah. Am I right? Yeah, for a World
Yeah.
Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one. Yeah, I want to finish this. Eduardo. Are you there or not? Eduardo? Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Welcome. I hadn't seen you before, Eduardo. So Eduardo, where are we? Number 8. Look at the question. Who? I don't know anything about you. Sorry, that is not the one. Number 7. Which heavy metal band Ozzy Osbourne sang with in the 1970s? Subject or object question?
Subject. Subject?
I don't know. I'm asking you. But look at
I think is subject.
You
because
think
because a band isn't an object.
No, but you're getting confused. A subject can be an object, a person, anything. I'm talking about a subject in grammatical terms, not in physical terms.
I think is a subject.
You think it's a subject? Yeah, but what about Ozzy Osbourne? Don't you think that Ozzy Osbourne is the subject of the question?
Or yes. Ozzy Osbourne is a person.
But forget about person, Eduardo. Remember that I'm talking about subject, not subject como sujeto, entidad humana, niño, niña, hombre, mujer. No, estoy hablando de un sujeto gramatical. Un sujeto gramatical puede ser lo que sea, el aire, la música, una polilla, ¿te fijas? Entonces no te confundas. I am asking, Ozzy Osbourne in the question is the subject. So it means that which heavy metal band is not the subject.
Okay.
So it means that I need or I don't need an auxiliary. Come on, guys, help him. If my subject, we need an auxiliary. So what's the question? The question is, which heavy metal, it's a very long question, which heavy metal band
The
did
Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne
Sing.
sing in the 1970s? It's a very long question. Which heavy metal band did he sing in the 1970s? It was a difficult one. It was a difficult one. I have to admit it, yeah, Eduardo? But do not get confused between subject, like person, and grammatical subject. The grammatical subject is something different, yeah?
Okay.
All right. Very good. So, any questions? Benjamin, do you think that you understand a little bit more than at the beginning? Yeah, you. Benjamin,
Yes.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it is confusing. I have to admit it. Subject and object questions are confusing because we are like preset to say that every time we have a question, we need an auxiliary, but it's not all the time, yeah, because there are different types of questions, yeah. With inventions, we usually use subject questions. So who invented the radio? Who made, I don't know, this song? Who wrote Imagine? Who sang, etc.? You see, we usually use subject questions without even realizing. When you say, oh, what happened? What happens to you? You see, or what happened to you? That is a subject question. Nobody says, what did happen to you? That is wrong. So what happened to you? Why are you so happy, for example? Why are you so happy? What happened? Subject question. You see, so we use it quite often. Okay, guys, so that is the end of Unit 12C. Unit 12C is already available in Material Docente. But now, remember that I told you that I was going to give you an activity to do because we need to introduce the next unit? Well, I'm going to show you the following. What is my Google Chrome? Here's my Google Chrome. Ucursos, come on, Ucursos, yes. Okay. I sent you an email, yeah, some minutes ago. Can you see my Ucursos? Yep, okay. I sent you an email, yeah, that explains the activity, yeah. This activity, in a way, it will be helpful for us because we will start unit in past tenses, past simple and present perfect. And it will also be useful for the teacher, Elba, yeah, who is finishing her master's degree, okay? So in a way, if the study goes well, perhaps she can give us some ideas to work with in level 4, for example, with past simple and present perfect. So this is the email so that you understand what you have to do. And if you click on tests, yeah, here you have a pre-test, yeah. The pre-test, we're going to see it. Let me see. What can I see the continues? I want to see the questions. Can you access, look at in your courses if you can access the test. I need to know if you can access the test. Because I think that I can't because I'm the teacher. I think.
I can.
You can? Yeah, you can do it? Okay.
Yeah, me too.
And can you see the questions, everything?
I don't start the test.
I'm sorry?
I don't start the test. I have to.
Ah, okay. You have to start the test to see the questions.
Yeah.
Matthias, can you share your screen with me? Can you share it with me?
Sure.
Yeah. Because I can't see from my courses.
There is.
Ah, thank you. So when you click on Iniciar Test, yeah, then you can do it. All right. So do not click here.
Okay.
You will have, when you click Iniciar Test, you will have 30 minutes to finish it. You cannot make any breaks. Do not take breaks, please. Yeah, because the 30 minutes will continue. And if you go, the test will be sent automatically. Okay, so once you start the test, finish it. 30 minutes. I think that it would take you less than that, 20 minutes, something like that. You can do it now. Yeah, we will finish the class now. Yeah, you can take these 10 minutes and you finish it now, or you can also do it tomorrow or on Sunday. The test finishes on Sunday at 12:30. ¿Ya? Hasta las 12:30 p.m. del domingo pueden tener la oportunidad de hacerlo, pero recuerden, una vez que entran, no pueden pausar, porque si entran y salen de un curso, se va a mandar lo que hay nomás. Entonces, la idea es que no estén, que den todo en el test, ¿ya? ¿Cuánto saben? Respondan así súper concienzudamente con lo que saben ahora. No estudian, no buscan en el libro, porque esto no tiene nota. Esto es solamente para evaluar, ¿ya? Lo que saben hasta el momento. Y una vez que terminemos la unidad, vamos a hacer otra evaluación chiquitita para ver cuánto se aprendió en esa unidad. Esto va a ser específicamente súper bueno para la prueba número 2 y para el examen. Acuérdense que ustedes están en el examen obligatorio, ¿ya? La SUFI 1 es obligatoria, no hay exhibición en nivel 3. ¿Okay? Así que se los agradecería de corazón que puedan hacerlo ahora. Sería una gran ayuda, no les va a tomar mucho tiempo y va a ser muy interesante ver los resultados. ¿Ya? That's it. I don't know if you have any questions before I end the meeting. Nothing? Okay, so remember, homework number 1, check cursos, check novedades. Remember that we have a test the first week in November. Yeah, don't forget about that. Homework number 2, please, if you can, take the test. Yeah, it won't take you more than 30 minutes. You have the test open from today till Sunday, and it's going to be useful as well so that you know the mechanism of tests. Yeah, because quiz number 1 will also be evaluated through tests. And homework number 3, piece of homework number 3, try to rest. Yeah, you need to disconnect at least one day if possible next week. Yeah, perhaps you have a lot of tests, you have exams, you have reports, you have loads of academic workload, yeah, pending. But I think that if you have a week off, it is really necessary, especially now, yeah, taking into account the social situation, the pandemic, politics, etc. I think that you need, yeah, to take some time off. Yeah, so disconnect at least one day. Don't think about the university, don't think about English, and then week after next, we catch up, yeah, with the contents and everything. And you tell me, yeah, how you felt taking the test, if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, if you knew lots of things, if you didn't know anything, etc. Okay? So thank you very much for coming. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Thank you, you too.